There is new video coming in showing the aftermath of one of those Iranian missile strikes on U.S. bases in Iraq. The country has targeted U.S. forces after the United States killed a top Iranian general last week. Houston area political leaders are watching the situation, trying to find out what happens next. Former Navy SEAL, now Republican Congressman Dan Crenshaw says the retaliation from Iran was expected.
Right now, this is playing out as we would have expected it to when we decide to punch back after we've been punched quite a few times. And you know, again, I think we should do that. I fully agree with the president's decision to strike Soleimani.
Democrat Sheila Jackson Lee says she is concerned more about de-escalating the situation now.
My greatest care tonight is for those soldiers on the front lines and those diplomats as well as families who are now in the eye of Iran's storm. So the responsibility of Congress, responsibility of this president, is to de-escalate.
Texas Governor Greg Abbott is warning Texans to be aware. He says Iran is trying many cyber attacks on the state. In fact, 10,000 per minute in the last 48 hours, he claims. He says, and mostly on state agencies, something he says everyone needs to be concerned about.
Now let's check in out live with Charlie Etzedy.
We are at Klein Forest High School this morning, where students are heading back to class after some pretty scary moments that happened yesterday afternoon when a classmate set off fireworks inside of the cafeteria. Now, the entire school had to be evacuated. That student is now expelled, and more police officers and counselors will be on campus today. Now, this morning, we expect to learn what charges the person will be facing, as well as if anybody else was involved in this. In Northwest Harris County, Charlie Etzedy, ABC13 Eyewitness News.
Well, back here at home, 2 kids are recovering after being shot in separate incidents in the Houston area overnight. Deputies say a 10-year-old was accidentally shot by his 12-year-old friend with a long rifle. Deputies say the shooting happened at a home on Cypress, North Houston, near Autumn Miller Drive. The 10-year-old is expected to survive. Also in Northwest Harris County, investigators say a 17-year-old was shot in the face. It's not clear what led to the shooting on Philippine near Gessner just before 8:30 last night. We know one person was detained. The teen is said to be in stable condition. And a new effort to track down the drivers wanted in a hit-and-run crash that killed a father. These stories are new now and next.
Crime Stoppers is offering a $5,000 reward to find the hit-and-run driver who left a father of 3 to die. Sean Copeland was killed last Friday on Louder Road in North Harris County. 2 of Copeland's children are hearing impaired. A GoFundMe account has been set up to help his family. We have that link inside ABC13.com. A vigil tonight honors Jasmine Barnes. The 7-year-old was killed in December of 2018 in what deputies say was a case of mistaken identity. 2 men were later arrested. Tonight's vigil starts at 6 at Sylvester Turner Park on West Little York. Today in Galveston, crews will shut off water. It will be off from 10 a.m. until 6 p.m. between 25th and 26th Streets at Church and Post Office Streets. The work is to install a fire line tap. Kesha will kick off her upcoming tour in Sugar Land. She'll perform at the Smart Financial Center April 23rd. Pre-sale begins today. General public tickets go on sale Friday.
All right, let's check your weather forecast for this Wednesday. Alita?
All right, the cold that's greeting you out the door this morning will be short-lived. Sunshine for the first half of the day should help warm temperatures up in the mid-60s. It's the next several hours where you're going to need that warm jacket, maybe even some sunglasses, but then you can ditch those warm coats by this afternoon. T-shirts okay, pushing temperatures to near 70. And if you have any plans this evening, maybe just a zip-up will be needed. High pressure moving away from us. That's going to allow those winds to veer more out of the Gulf, and with that Gulf breeze, that is some milder air for us. That's going to help push temperature readings ahead of our next front into the mid-70s by Thursday. Then by Friday, look out, we've got some pockets of heavy rain blowing in here as we get into the afternoon, but also some strong to severe thunderstorms. The severe weather threat going up for us after the sun sets. Friday morning, we start off mostly dry. Few widely scattered rain showers embedded within this flow could be an isolated strong to severe thunderstorm ahead of the main line that should be arriving here across southeast Texas again as we get into the overnight hours between 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. Here is a look at that 10-day forecast. The weekend is actually looking pretty nice once we get rid of the threat for those storms. That threat should come to an end around 6 a.m. and then we've got windy, cooler weather headed our way come Sunday. Catherine.
And Alita, as we've all noticed this week, a lot more traffic out there as we've seen more kids back in school and a lot of us just back to the routine now that we're done with the holidays. So I wanted to give you a traffic forecast looking ahead to this afternoon's commute. So a lot of heavy traffic, especially on I-10 and the Southwest freeways. Let's move you out west. You're going to see heavy conditions both inbound and outbound. Traveling inbound on your ride in on the Southwest freeway, speeds expected to be down to 10 to 15 miles an hour between the West Loop and downtown Houston. And then outbound traffic on I-10 particularly heavy between the West Loop and the Beltway.
All right, and that's all the time we have for the news this morning.
Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday.